Hey fam, grace and peace. This is Charles here with your Midweek Recharge. And this week I want to talk about the effects that you leave behind, the impact that you leave behind. Yeah, that's definitely better. But first, got to give a quick shout out to my Trinity College people. My 20th, can you believe that? 20th college reunion was this weekend, and they ended up combining a couple classes because my reunion was actually last summer, but COVID, yada, yada, yada. So got to connect with not only some friends from my class, but the class behind me, and then several other reunion classes. So shout out to Trin Fam. It was really great catching up with y'all. All right, so let's talk about lasting impact. And if you've been checking out the Sunday sessions that we've been streaming and that are on our YouTube page, My Connected Church on YouTube, we've been talking about Paul's letters. And we started with the first letter that Paul wrote to a group of new believers in a town called Thessalonica. And in Thessalonica, Paul had a great time, really, some great fellowship and strong connection with the new believers there. And so Paul leaves, and because it's his second missionary journey, but he's now starting to establish communities and kind of build groupings that will eventually be called churches. He's concerned that his teachings are not sticking. And so he's worried, and he starts to write this letter, and he is met by Timothy. And so Timothy stayed in Thessalonica a little longer than Paul and Silas did. Paul and Silas left and went on, and they eventually get to Corinth. And this is where Paul's like, I gotta write the Thessalonians. I got to find out what's going on. And Timothy ends up meeting him in Corinth and says, dude, they're doing great. Like, they're flourishing. Your teachings have really resonated with them. And so Paul ends up writing in his letter how encouraged he is to hear the report that they have been able to take his teachings and go on. And so my challenge to you this week is to trust and believe that the path you're on is the path that you're supposed to be on, and the lives that you're impacting positively are impacted, that they have become better because of their time and their interactions with you. Especially those of us in workforce development, you're changing lives. You just got to believe it. Let that be your recharge.